We'll see in a sec.
It will be CK.
Oh.
Okay.
They do. We were mentioning how they don't have ways to deal with the PL illusions. This is a very similar scenario. And it will be King RD playing that Nature's Prophet, as we were mentioning.
Nice.
That is a very nice CK game.
I mean, it is what you get sort of Blink, Echo, Saber, you're empowered. Anyone you jump on dies.
And they've got CKAA, so it makes it that much stronger in the laning phase.
Yeah, so the fast tempo from paiN will not be a problem for Liquid?
I think they should be able to hold off with this. With this Viper in the front lines and Rubik Mag, they can stall the game out for the CK to be a huge problem.
What's important for paiN to force this to game 3?
Just, I mean, crush your lanes. I think they need to keep a really fast tempo. I don't think they can let the CK get online. Right. I think just ending the game relatively early.
Crush lanes, pressure.
End the game by like 25 minutes.
All right.
I think paiN can go for the rat play as well. I can see them, you know, drawn out. They've got a lot of ways to put split pressure with the birds, with the Nature's Prophet, and sort of trying to avoid Liquid coming at them with this 5-man that's going to be very scary with a CK Magnus Air.
Well, fast games are normally very exciting to watch, so let's do it. Let's get into the second game with Killer Pigeon and Capitalist.
Back for game 2. And, well, it looks like we've got another interesting one. Both teams not failing to disappoint here. These drafts, they started off a little bit meta, and then they just went in their own wild direction, right?
Yeah, I think paiN Gaming, they were drafting themselves in a pretty advantageous position. I really liked the Visage pickup. I thought the Furion was a great choice by them to be able to deal with what was probably going to be better team fight from the side of Liquid. Then they draft this Luna, and I was like, okay, looks good. And then the Chaos Knight last pick came. And that, I feel like, really hurts them. Because it's not only a great laner, but it's also a very strong hero versus Luna in that you're able to apply just that direct physical damage into a hero that is very susceptible to it. Really pretty low on HP and really usually requires to be one of those items that just have a lot of survivability. But against the Chaos Knight, it's very different. So I think paiN Gaming, I still like their lineup. I still think it's relatively good. But I will say I actually preferred their Game 1 lineup. And I feel like this last pick, Chaos Knight, is a lot of issues.
I almost thought we were going to head for the same lineup. I was like, oh, they're kind of heading there. And then just suddenly completely reared off. Like, yeah, KRD on a Nature's Prophet should be interesting to see here. But they said the issue is going to be that they could easily run a Trance out of Liquid. And they just have so much control.
Yeah, I think like there's a combination of things. The Venomancer creates a lot more space than the Viper does. The Viper wants to be able to fight. And it is a good space creator, but it doesn't do the same that a Venomancer does. In that it puts pressure on the side lane and towers, all that sort of thing. So I think they naturally needed to have their Kuroki core be a little bit faster of a hero to be able to, like, it needed to be able to come online at least some battling. You're still going to see a Chaos Knight that farms, I would say, a decent amount, but it will at least come online a lot earlier than Alchemist.
Kind of like, it feels like the substitute for the fact that the Magnus, he's probably going to have a rough lane. Right?
Yeah.
They're saying on the couch, type of hero you don't see anymore suffers so much in lane.
Did you see that, by the way? Greedy as Kuro took the ward last hit from his supports. He actually waited until his support prepped it for him and then took it away from them.
He's like,
doesn't Kuro, like, because he's the 5 position, doesn't he know the pain of supports playing the 5 position and getting any little gold? Shouldn't he be more forgiving in that regard?
Maybe we give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he still thinks that he's still got like past 5 things going through his head. Like, oh, wait, sorry, I thought I was getting rid of the wards there. My bad.
That could be. I think paiN did the right job with the laning phase situation. Again, I think they dodged the Luna against the Chaos Knight, so they should be relatively happy with this. But again, Liquid are well set up in that the aggro dual lane is not going to be that offensive to mind control. I think kind of happy with his situation. He'll be a lot of solo.
That's good, because, you know, you got that typical disruptor harassment, you kind of expect it, but yeah, he's probably more than enough regen, and Tavo, or gets caught up here, can actually kill him off quick enough. Yes, they can.
It's the combination of like the stuns and the chilling touch on 3 different heroes, really hard to beat. They are threatening mind control at the same time.
He's got the skewer though, you can just walk away whenever you want, or rather charge away when.
Yeah, I think in the future that either the Glimpse or the Lucent is going to be needed to, like, they need to hold on to one of that to...
Tumber in the mid lane. This is the power of Viper. Like, oh, I'm so close to death. Oh, he dies!
Wow.
Oh, he's so greedy. He's like, I don't want to use this salve. I don't want to use this. And pays the price. I mean, you don't really expect that early in the game. Like Visage against a Viper, it kind of favors Viper a little bit. He's got that natural brass out, but not to that extent.
Yeah, this is already getting a little bit rough for paiN Gaming, because now Arms is like, Matumbaman's not going to slow down. He's going to keep that pressure up.
You've seen Cure on the top lane.
Yeah. This is Chaos Knight's specialty right here. Is annoying the offlaner to death.
This just reminds me of like my favorite one is like more recently I've had is if an Empire nicked. He loves when he has lifesteal. He always does that taunt constantly. Yeah. It's like it's the most frustrating thing to hear. It's faster. But it's almost like, well, I don't know where the support's right now. It feels like this mid lane is just gonna go Viper's way.
You know what this is? This is Pearl getting truly into the mindset of a carry right now. Oh, what is this? Matumbaman's still gonna go for the dive despite the TP in.
They got the control. Look at the lift now. Oh no, King RD arrives. Can they get a kill? Yes, they can now. Matumba's like, I can stand a fight. It's all good, guys. You wanna do this? Yeah, he's like, no, man. It's all good. You go. You have the bird. Think of it as a consolation prize.
You know what that was? That was Matumbaman reading his early bracer pickup and saying, like, I can definitely challenge anybody in this situation.
Matumba's a fantastic time in this mid lane so far. Like, everything's going his way. He's got a solo kill. He's getting additional kills.
Yeah. Going to be a very fat Viper.
And that's possibly like the biggest concern. Because Chaos Knight, he's scary. You know, he only needs one item maybe, and then he's a bit threat. And, you know, Magnus, you worry about RP, but outside that, cares. Viper's probably the most consistent threat for him. So if he gets a great lane here, it's pretty scary. And we were saying there's a drop. What's happening when Nature's close?
The scary part here for this lane is that they can get the combo stunned. Now, he does at least manage to get the heal off, and they're going to be able to get a kill on paiN, actually.
Oh, paiN, yeah, he's completely dead. I mean, they were saying about the power of these trees against ranged.
Oh, wow. He's going to go for the kill on Crow, too.
I mean, Cure's got no mana. He's got enough to rip one.
Crazy.
No, this is really deep. They might get Cure. Big one. Now he can just turn around the stun. Goodbye, King RD. And he's like, hey, guys, what's going on over here? Oh, Tava's going to TP out. It's fine. No chance to interrupt that.
Matumbaman's going to get level 6 pretty soon. I'm not sure how Arms feels at all. Because Gravekeeper's Cloak is no protection against this kind of, like, the damage over time.
And it's kind of like, with Visage, when you watch him in the mid lane, it's all about getting 6 before your opponent. So yeah, just turn it into a quick kill. He's just not getting that at all. And, I mean, Matu's doing the right build here. You know, the 2 in the corrosive already means that magic spike that would finish you off is never going to do it. It'll be interesting to see how they want to approach this. I mean, try and trap him right now. Matu, stand his ground, needs to be careful. This is going to be a death, because he's got to die this time. There's no escape. King shows up just to make sure it happens. But
so you said, like, hey, you want to be level 6 as the Visage before the Viper. Well, he's not going to get that, so the supports had to be able to set him up for a better laning phase than what he's currently. He's still going to be behind, sure, but the supports pretty much have to baby.
Kind of smart, right? Because Liquid, they kind of identify this, and then they just get more mind control. Because this should be mind control should be completely like starved out by Disruptor. Oh, last one. Oh, stun again, Tavo. This is disgusting. I mean, it's kind of enjoyable to an extent to see Omni Knight suffer. I'm not gonna lie, but
and at the same time, they actually tried to go for mind control in the bottom lane, but they didn't hold on to the Lucent Beam. They actually opened with the Lucent Beam, so he went for that skewer away.
Thanks, guys. You made the easy escape for
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing that Sprout's gonna do to hold you in at that point.
I think, like, it looks like paiN just want to get early push. They know they need to take towers, gold the better rate forward. Luna needs a lot more items to kill. Mind control. They're catching this time. Doesn't matter they use the stun first. No, it shouldn't. He's got the skewer. He's just going to carry them back with him, though. We'll die off.
Yeah, he knew he was facing up against the Disruptor level 3, so he should have them. Nothing you. Magnus, he just gets whatever damage he can. Good rotation by paiN, even if the first iteration failed. Those 5-minute rotations where you have the Siege Wagon alive, like, it's very important you get a kill and turn it into a power push.
Like they're doing exactly what they want in this regard. I mean, I think they're just going to have to accept Omni Knight's not going to lane. And
yeah.
It's a repeat of last game, really, isn't it? Like Omni Knight last game, he had the roughest lane, I think maybe since then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Even though, like, it was just up against Venomancer a lot of time. They are going to switch it up, though. It looks like the Chaos Knight is now going to the farm at bottom lane. But now they do have a Luna that has the level 6 for the Eclipse, so they can actually challenge and go for team. That's what we're going to do at mid.
The mid lane, Matu being chased onto here, going to be blocked out of the crease, has to turn around, the Eclipse comes out, they'll find the kill. King's going to die from return there, that's a nice change. I mean, you force 4 heroes there and you still take 1 with you.
Yeah, that's great. I think, I mean, it's good for the Viper, but at the same time, very smart from HFN to be using that Eclipse as early as possible, and they're going to use it to also be able to pressure mid tower a little bit. If only the Visage was actually level 6, if only his laning phase went a little bit better, then that rotation looks like 10 times better, because then the Visage familiars get a lot of damage on that mid-tier 1 tower. And I think most analysts agree the mid-tier 1 tower is probably the most important tower of all of them, the first like 20.
Yeah, it just opens up the map, especially with how they brought it forward close to the ribbon. Very hard to get by that mid tower without being...
Yeah. It allows you just to be able to go for like these really aggressive smokes and nice offensive stuff. Arms has had so many people in his lane though, that he's still not level 6, and he's still gonna end up
get there. This is just rough. This is Liquid are playing it perfectly. You know, you got a slight lead on your Viper, and now you're just pushing it every opportunity.
Yeah.
One thing I like is Kuro's getting a little bit more aggressive HFN because he knows the Eclipse is not available, so why not? You know, what's the turnaround going to be? You're tanky, you've got the Phantasm anyway. And well, actually, they're going to go for him here. There's the Eclipse back. Nope, nice dodges out perfectly there. We were saying how it was going to be with Kuro's carry, and so far, last series didn't disappoint. This series, he's been doing exactly what he's about this game.
Yeah, the reason he keeps on challenging HFN like this is he wants to get HFN low enough that they can attempt to go for a kill.
And they might just now, HFN. So speedy though now. KingRD showing up, got the Sprout. Block Mouse nice with his TP. Can he get out in time? Yes, he can. Lucent Beam was like 1 second off being ready.
Yeah, very smart knowing that Glimpse is on cooldown, and as soon as the Lucent... Again, HFN has got to be a little bit more mindful of holding on to that due to lack of disable side of Pink game.
Like King's just trying to farm up a little bit in the top lane. He can't really stop mind control. Is there a point in which if you don't get enough towers quick enough, this whole Nature's Prophet doesn't have back? Off?
No, because what it does is Nature's Prophet isn't just about being able to take towers, but also be able to pressure lanes.
Okay.
Right, so he's always going to be able to TP to side lanes, throw Treants out, use Wrath of Nature. And so in that regard, Furion will always be irrelevant.
Yeah.
When it comes to active team fight, like, he does very little.
That's the worrying part, right? Like, yeah. Because you look at the side, well, you're looking right now, they're going to get killed. There's going to be mass TPs in, but can they do anything in time? They have got the Eclipse Bridge. They're going to use up mind control. The RP, though, very good. Gets dragged back, but says, get out, run.
That was so cool from mind control. He just fully embraces the sacrifice. He's like, leave me, I will lead them away.
So, like, was the last game we had a moment where it was like that, and then Keem, when he didn't have TP, it's kind of that feel as well. It's like, wait, no, I want to join it. No, just go, get out of here.
That was like, what was it, Boromir, when he like is creating space for the hobbits to be able to run away. That was exactly that.
Oh, GH. Well, this isn't exactly space creating. There's more depth, purification on the bird. Oh, there's so much push power inside of paiN. Oh, there's a jump by Kuro. Good chase King away, but there's the Guardian Angel to turn around. There's the Viper Strike. Now Kuro going to dive so quickly. Matu, do you want to stand here and fight? The hate's about to run out. If you just let him get the tower and step to get a bit rough. Oh, nice blast. HFN, they get him, and now they'll chase him for more. Arms a little bit of trouble. No RP this time, but they're going to kill off Arms. He's ticking down. There it is.
paiN! Why did you do this? Why did they stick around? Like, that was such a cool play where they stuck together, they didn't panic, they turned with the Guardian Angel, gets that kill, but the fact that they stuck around after all of that was so greedy.
And he's just rubbing his hands, going like, go, boys!
Yep, that's exactly what he wants to be doing.
Can we take a moment to talk about the fact that, I don't know what's going on with King's like skin. Like, do you? Like, oh, yeah. What the hell is this?
He's wearing some weird
like pagoda.
Yeah, it's completely blocked out.
It looks beautiful. I need to.
Oh no! Another one
again! Oh, Tavo.
Okay,
Tavo.
he can.
He's keeping out. Oh,
I can't believe he didn't repel.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh boy.
Just a tip, but he gets away in time.
Again, I'm so surprised he didn't repel during all of that. At least to slow down the damage from the Ice Blast.
Just to make sure you get out, because if that skewer had touched a tiny bit, you're dead.
Oh, pull back. Nice catch.
They say, GH, if you're going to steal spells, you're going to have to die for it, but no, he's cold feet now. GH trying to move away, can't. He just gets shredded through, and Nature's, he's going to chill for the moment, but he's like, I got nothing to do with this. Just take the GH kill, I'll move away. And all the while, let Kuroki keep farming in the bot lane to continue to I am Liquid pushed off in the meantime as well.
Yeah, whenever Furion sets up one of these pickoffs, The best thing about the support Furion is that it works with the core Furion too, but the fact that you get so much value out of a support hero like this to be able to get a kill and then take a tower off of it is like incredibly valuable. Very few supports do that for you. Shadow Shaman would be a great example. Kuro's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He completely disappears. Level 1 Eclipse as well. So it's not even a huge spike out yet.
Dude, HFN, I think this guy has been lauded as probably the best player on paiN Gaming. He is a monster carry, and he is really turning up in this game too.
7,500 net worth. He's got a good lead, and it's not slowing down at 8 points. This has got to be the biggest concern for Liquid out of anyone on that team to start spiraling out of control.
Yeah, and in turn, like, hey, Luna will always be able to keep farming, right? So she like farms neutrals very easily. She's able to do stacks, especially ancient stacks, super value. And then a Chaos Knight can't do that. In fact, a Chaos Knight needs to be enabled. Oh, looks like they caught him in the bottom lane though.
No, being a little bit of trouble here. He's going to try and find HFM. Will find the kill, and now Liquid's back. Duster, you need to run quick. The Ice Blast is there. They got vision. They pull him through, and it's TBA'd. Is he going to live? Oh no, he's
going to live. 80 HP. I think he's good.
Yes, the final tick. A little bit close.
Okay, so but that's what a Chaos Knight needs to do, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't farm very well, but it needs to kill heroes, and that's exactly what Liquid needs to do to make sure they come back into this game.
And well, Keen's the one in a little bit of trouble here. The birds are going to catch up. The right clicks are coming through. Is he going to run away from this? He's going to at least create some space, and he knows his death is inevitable. It's just how long can you drag this out? Not too long.
Yeah, tough to be able to get away when you've got Visage Familiars that can spot you out in the trees, Sprout as well, so...
It's the life bait apparition. You're so slow, you just kind of accept it. That's the thing, because you're always so poor, you care anyway. You draw 3 heroes' attention, too bad.
So paiN have done a really good job making sure they don't lose this mid tower, despite the fact that Matumba Man won his mid lane so heavily.
Oh, mind control. Keep it up.
Yeah.
This is kind of the awkward part for paiN. 3 of their heroes don't offer any stun control. And they want to gank so much, right? Looks like we have got the helmet on there picked up by Visage. Where do you go next?
Well, we go to bottom lane first, because I think Kuro...
He wants to play. HFL. Oh, the pull through. Can they actually clip the Ice Blast? No, they can't, but the kill should still occur. Just blocked in. Accept your fate. Good kill, like you said. He needs to keep finding these kills, and Luna's the perfect one, because you can't let it farm, like you said. And it can be a case of Chaos Knight, he doesn't need as many items as Luna to come online and be this factor. It's actually level.
That is very, very true. paiN Gaming, in turn, needs to be able to stay away from a lot of these fights. Okay.
Hero just loves teasing Tabo. It really does. Same thing every time. But one of the big things I do like is, well, I don't think they like that. The Disruptor gets caught in the mid lane. And now, Tabo coming in, but Matu, he has got the Viper Strike, going to hit the Cooper Game. Ice Blast through. It's on the multiple heroes. Matu's like, no. Finally, Viper Strike, and there is the RP. They'll find a kill on the Visage. And now, Guardian Angel, you just for yourselves a little bit selfish. You still die off, and that's 4 dead now. Luna about to be up, but I mean, that was a pretty panic Guardian Angel.
Yeah. That felt like a little bit like paiN Gaming towards the end of that game 1. I do feel like they panicked a little bit, and it's just a little bit of inexperience showing at times. That mid-fight was a great example of that, where they saw the Chaos Knight top, so they wanted to be able to fight mid, but they had to make sure they actually had all of their heroes ready to fight in that mid lane before they go for that engagement. Challenging that Viper like that, especially with a Magnus on the field, is not a great choice. You need to make sure that you can actually kill these heroes. Well, otherwise, you're just always fine.
It's going to get a little bit rougher, I think, paiN as well, because you've got the perfect combo. When you've got the RP, you know, you've got the Viper you can set up, reduce magic resistance, suddenly an Ice Blast comes in dead. Then, paiN, they need...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Rough very quick, especially Chaos Knight is starting to catch up.
See, they don't have a hard initiation point, so these smoke ganks from paiN, they're always very awkward. Like, how do they actually initiate?
And Kuro is the front line. They can actually glimpse him back. Netical's there, but he gets out. This is just, there you go. Gang should be finished. He's so tanky. The repel comes out of the stolen. Now, oh, Matu's like, I'll stand here and fight. There's the Eclipse. They'll find the kill. And is this once again the heroic, like a Liquid taking a turn? It's like, I will die this time. Everyone escape.
Yeah, I mean, like, Kuro's just like pointing. He's like, you die for me, you know? Like, this is the Kuro carry, apparently.
Kuro King, there you go.
Yeah. But no, I think it is like, it's incredibly important that their Chaos Knight does not die anymore, because he's only just now beginning to close that gap between Luna, and it's always going to feel like there's going to be a gap between them just because the Chaos Knight doesn't farm as quickly. That being said, the Magnus does change things quite a bit. We're seeing here with the Empower, they actually did stack up for him, so Kuro is going to be able to at least get some of the efficiency that a Luna does when it comes to farming. Honestly, the Magnus does solve a lot of issues in that regard.
It's a good pickup. I mean, it's that type of hero when we used to things like the Ember Spirit coming out like last week, Chelsea a lot. It's just, I like just calling it a pocket buffer. And there's like, Kuro, do you need a little bit more farm? Okay, here you go. Off you go.
See, the problem is, though, there's the Luna just does that independently, right?
Exactly.
She doesn't need no Empower. She is a strong, independent elf lady.
That should help.
And she is going for an early BKB. So I like the fact that he didn't go for the BKB just yet, went for a lot of the stat items, Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, Yasha, and then BKB is going to come online around that 20-25 minute marker where Luna, I think, hits one of her biggest peaks, where you've got the higher levels of Eclipse. Your lineup in general hits a very big peak at that time as well, because the Visage, I feel like, is most powerful when he's got like that second item plus the level familiars. And then Omni Knight, and everything that Omni Knight is, whether it's Repel or Purification, Guardian Angel, are all like incredibly powerful during the...
Like, because you get the BKB early off, forcing Omni Knight to spend you with Repel, you stay there for a clutch. I think the interesting part is obviously a lot of things that are concerning you for a BKB or Repeller. You know, Viper Strike, you've got the RP, scary, and they're going to try and alleviate that.
Nice try, but Liquid did have a creep inside of that Roshan. So they're not going to be able to just sneak in a Roshan.
Hey, keep more farm. It's happy. They could just, it feels like to an extent they are controlling tempo. They know 5-10.
Yeah. Another thing we didn't really talk about is the fact that Chaos Knight really thrives against lineups that do not have initiation, because it means he always gets time to be able to pop Phantasm and go for that big like reality rift. So most of the time, like, Chaos Knight is a little threatened by lineups that get on top of him, get a stun, and even if he doesn't die, he's low enough that the Phantasm doesn't feel, right? Because you're at like maybe 1000 HP, your illusions don't feel that powerful, they're just going to die to any sort of AoE or any sort of control that comes out. But here, paiN Gaming don't have that, and they never really will have that. Their lineup just isn't designed to be able to think. So I think paiN Gaming need to be able to hit that, again, that 25-minute window really hard, where they have that BKB, and they have this this Visage with the Solar Crown.
You're right, they don't have any Static Storm. The best spells can... Chaos Knight doesn't care. If he's ulted already, like, oh, okay, I'm stunned, so I'll just run at you and club you down, stand and fight me the rest of my team.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Liquid have like one of the best initiations out there, right? They have this Magnus RP. They also have a Rubik with a Blink Dagger to lead with Telekinesis, so they don't have to lead with the RP at first. They can wait until counter initiation. And then Viper on the front lines is just a really good way to deter decent initiation. Well,
feels like this has been a bit different. How quickly getting Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
It's so huge for Rubik, and it's enabling that team so much right now.
They're completely missing out on Roshan.
Yeah, it's just gone. It just disappears before your eyes, and well, now Kira's getting incredibly close to the heart. I love that little change. Like, whoa, don't kill the catapult. Bring him with us. We'll make him destroy his own base.
paiN is getting really good split pushes off every single time that Liquid commit to any sort of objective, whether it's a tower or here at the Roshan. There is always a push going into a tower. So they got a decent amount of damage onto this team. Bottom lane.
It's like you're saying, King just has to do this. It's not like the babysit core protect them. He does offer this very different style of supporting.
Yeah, it's like a more like proactive way to be able to create space, and that you just shove out lanes and stuff. And if no one is showing when you know, your treants are banging on a tier 2 tower, then you know that Liquid are probably on the other side of the map, and they're trying to aggressive, or they're trying to take Roshan or something like that. So it's not that direct impact over protecting your carry. It's a more, you know, ephemeral way to be able to create.
Show up the fight. It's like Sprout's not doing anything. Full and Blade on one, and then Chaos Knight Steve pulls you and is like, hey, we can share these trees together.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Chaos Knight, him and his team are pushing on the bot lane. Came long to get. Again, paiN just going to push in response. They've got the Visage Birds. They've got a Luna. They can do this just as quickly. And
Yeah, certainly.
Tier 2 for a Tier 1 as well. I mean, by the time you finish that Tier 1, it's Tier 2. Gone.
My biggest concern is that now that Kuro has the heart, I don't know if they're going to be able to take him on.
Yeah.
And if you can't win a team fight, it's like super hard to win in Dota 2 games, right? It's just like every single high ground instance that you can think of happens with some sort of team happening.
Are you telling me that Dota is a 5-man team
It
game?
is indeed. That is
my
exactly what
game.
I'm saying. The days of TI3, split pushing and ratting your way to victory, they're very difficult to achieve nowadays. But
I mean, they're making the best effort on the side of paiN.
they are. They got a lot of damage onto that Tier 3 in exchange for their Tier 2.
You know, they can't really kill this Chaos Knight. It's like if you don't get him down to about 1,000 HP before he uses ultimate, you haven't actually got enough damage to finish him off. It turns around, takes the two of you with Nagus now as well. It's just a game of avoidance.
So ideally, paiN either split push so effectively that they never get into a situation where Phantasm is used, or they manage to somehow force out Phantasm without getting caught, or maybe just like that seems. Both of them seems very unlikely, just because Liquid does have such great catch mech.
GH just found Tavo. He's going to be forced to use a Repel, but he needs to run away from him. Surprised he didn't actually Viper Strike with that, but I guess they don't want to fight. There's 4 heroes here. You haven't got your Magnus here yet. Timber looking for someone. King, they see him. They haven't got to kill the truck. Can they kill him quickly? Yes, they can. Purification does the deal.
Okay, so they're going to try and catch mid, maybe?
Heroes?
No, he's got an Aegis. Surely they, like, I know they're kind of alone here, but I don't think you still take this fight simply because he has Aegis.
But Mind Control's shown himself, so you can't go in either of these because the other one just jumps straight onto you. So there's Phantasm. He gets out before they use the ultimate. Now the RP.
Oh, what an RP.
The Guardian Angel used. Get back to time. Eclipse still not killing off anyone. We're going to lose arms very quickly here. Now they need to run. Hiroki still pretty tanky. They might finally pop him, but they're going to lose Duster as well. The Ice Blast through. Not enough. There it is. GH with the Purification.
That bouncing Fade Bolt hitting the Omni Knight and getting the Purification damage in as well. Beautiful little play there from GH, but that was the problem I saw for him, right? Is that because Kuro has a heart and he has his Aegis, it's going to take you too long to kill you the first time around, and you're going to get caught in some sort of situation. The rest of Liquid are going to be there, and you're going to lose so many heroes.
And it's buybacks galore, you know? The only one the only one's got left at the moment that would maybe turn this around if Luna drops, but she hasn't got clips for 100 seconds. I think you just have to let them take to the lane. I don't see how you can actually hold this, so Hero's just going to stand there, you know? Oh, he's got himself a Hyperstone as well, this will be even quicker. 2, Viper Strike out, HFN might want to be a little bit careful, there's a lot of damage to come out, and there it is. Nice control, Ice Blast coming through, going to catch on the Duster, and arms. Fate has found you again, and you shall die off, and now Mind Control skewers forward, actually finds Tavo. Tavo going to die very quickly here. Duster chasing through GH. This man is getting overly aggressive. Will he pay the price? He can't get the final hit onto Duster. Actually, that's 2. He can't get the final hit either. So this Rubber walks away on a tiny sliver.
And Kuro's solely focused on objectives right now. He is
top lane.
You guys can chase for the kills as much as you want. I'm going to take bottom because I know this Furion is going to split push us, so we have to make sure this is efficient.
It's awkward because he's got an Orchid, but what do you do in this fight? Like, what? He silences Kuro, just runs at you, someone else blows you down. And chasing Scar away, and the Orchid coming out. They lose 2 lanes, and they don't really get much. They get the Tau. Liquid, they're just cruising ahead here. It feels like 12k net worth at this point. It's not the end of the world, but it looks like it when you realize Chaos Knight is gold lead over the loop.
Yeah, that looks all the more dangerous, especially with level 18 approaching, where you get that extra Phantasm and the Assault Cuirass, which is a lot more physical. A pick off on Matumba Man would be pretty sick, though.
They can kill him. He's pretty tanky. He hasn't got the Shivas, though, so you can't slow him down. The Ice Blast coming through, going to hit the HFN, but they got no follow-up. Just back away. He's dead. Just allow it. He's second. Not that big of a deal.
Duster was so close to being able to get the glimpse onto GH because they had vision on the high ground.
GH didn't get first. Like, can't just let him sit there when you're trying to push in. Feels the right spell. It completes it.
Yeah, GH in his Rubik in both Game 1 and Game 2. Very impressive.
Kuro has HFN. Forced the Eclipse. But look at the help on HFN already. They'll finally manage to burn through Kuro. He just disappears. That's a really big kill. GH next on the hit list. And he forces off safety. No. Oh, he gets the Eclipse steal. Alvo needs to be careful. Same HFN getting pretty low. Cannot. Oh, Magnus, he gets interrupted. Stops it just in time. And the Ice Blast, it does nothing as Keen dies off. And Oh god, those glaives completely stopped any sort of counter.
I cannot believe Kuro jumped in like that.
He's got it, man. Unkillable.
Like, he doesn't have BKB. He could get Static Storm, and he won't be able to use Phantasm that whole entire time. Like, oh my god.
And they break the gold.
Oh, the RP!
But no, there's a silence instantly. He needs to get out of it quick. Then when he's based, actually glimpsed him back to save.
Oh, they saved mind control.
Mind control's like, thank you. Let's not talk about the RP that's on cooldown now. We'll call it a draw.
What's happening? And now this gear is going to top the TP as well. Visage,
no.
You needed to run farther away, friend, before you go for that play.
He has no escape items. You can just buy a little bit of time. Matthew can smell it. Oh, can't. This is slow, but he's like, it's inevitable. It's like, I got no way out. Fight time.
Pigeon, what's going on in this game, man?
I don't even know.
It's like Kuro just like, he just YOLOs in. He like dies. He's thinking like, I have heart. Like, I'm invincible. But he's Static Storm and he's trapped by this kinetic field. And he's just going to take the full damage of this clip.
Did you forget he didn't have Aegis? He was like, oh, right. Different.
And then Duster like saves the Magnus too with the glimpse back. I was like, as soon as the Omni Knight doesn't get caught in that RP, I was like, oh, Jesus, this is terrible for mind control. He's just going to die here.
But the big issue, right? We just saw it there. They were stopped from turning around because mind control held on to the RP just before he actually used it. The glaive just popped on him. He's like, oh, no, blink dagger.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even get back in and turn that around. Kind of revolt. They are pushing top now as Kuroki's live's like, guys, I'll stay with you this time. Just be within reasonable distance. If you've got a 4-star, I'll appreciate it so I don't get stuck in a Static Storm without Phantasm.
Look at Kuro being so greedy. He's going for MKB against the Butterfly, the Luna, instead of the just like having a BKB.
No blink needed. And there you go, Phantasm.
Oh, he got the extra illusion.
Oh, this power's going to disappear. Can you get through quick enough with Glaives? You need to be careful by HFN. That repel's not going to last very long.
He's probably going to have to pop
the jumping. Duster already dead. Now Kuro. Maybe we want a little careful. Down to half HP. There's a Guardian Angel steal. Keep him alive. HFN not doing as much damage, and there's the Eclipse coming up. Kuro not too bothered for the time being. Like, tickles a little bit. I'll be fine.
Yeah, without the Disruptor, they have no way to be able to make sure heroes stick around when they pop the Eclipse, right? It's like these heroes just walk away, and they're perfectly free.
They have no real control in these fights, and it must be frustrating at this point, because they're just having to watch their base slowly melt before their eyes.
And because he has a heart, Kuro walks away for a little bit, and then he comes right back in. Very efficient.
Actually, he's going to wait for the repel. If he gets this, oh, he's going to pull in. He actually finds King up. Nice kill. No split push like to happen now. Maybe we just finish your base, they say. The hoop stop. Luna, Viper strike. No escape out of the the Ice Blast, and they just disappear. GG gets called. paiN tap out. They're like, no way, no more. We've had enough. Well, a quicker one, and more one-sided, I'd say.
Yeah, one-sided. There was still the glimpse of like the opportunity.